Are you tired of being told that true Swiss luxury starts at $50,000? That you need to mortgage your house to own a piece of horological history? I'm about to shatter that myth completely. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the Swiss watch brands that offer perpetual calendars, chronographs, and even proprietary movements, all without the astronomical price tags. We're talking about watchmakers with centuries of heritage, innovations that changed the industry forever, and craftsmanship that rivals the most expensive names in the business. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which brands deliver maximum prestige for your investment, and why some of the most knowledgeable collectors are quietly buying these instead of the obvious choices. Number 15. Baume Mercier. Baume Mercier began in 1830 when brothers Louis Victor and Célestin Baume launched Frère Baume. Decades later, a partnership with Paul Mercier in 1918 transformed the brand into the elegant Swiss watchmaker known today. Early on, the company stood out for its shaped cases and jewelry-style watches designed for women, bold moves in a male-dominated market. Now part of the Richemont Group, Baume Mercier delivers classic Swiss craftsmanship without the six-figure price tags. Many of its pieces run on reliable outsourced Swiss movements, featuring complications like day dates, chronographs, and even perpetual calendars, often priced between $2,000 and $8,000. In recent years, the brand introduced its own Baumatic movement, found in models like the Clifton Moon Phase, offering impressive accuracy and a 5-day power reserve. The Riviera series, originally from 1973, made a comeback in 2021 with updated integrated bracelet designs. A chronograph followed in 2022, and in 2023, the Riviera Azure Divers model joined the lineup, bringing sporty elegance to the forefront. Number 14. Breguet. Few names in watchmaking carry the weight of Abraham Louis Breguet, who launched his horological legacy in 1775. Breguet didn't just make watches, he redefined them. His tourbillon, patented in 1801 to combat gravity's effect on movement accuracy, remains one of the most revered complications in watchmaking today. In 1830, Breguet also introduced the first self-winding watch using a crown, replacing the need for a winding key. His creations have graced the wrists of kings and queens, King George III, Marie Antoinette, and Winston Churchill among them. Even the brand's distinctive Breguet hands, created in 1783, are still seen across modern collections like the Classique, and copied by others chasing that same level of elegance. Today's Breguet offers exceptional pieces like the ultra-thin Classique Extra Plat tourbillons, priced from around $80,000, as well as technical marvels like the Hora Mundi and the Equation of Time. The Marine line adds nautical sophistication, while the Type XX collection pulls from the golden age of aviation. Each watch whispers history with precision. Number 13. Franck Muller. Franck Muller might seem like an odd entry on a list of ultra-luxury watch brands. After all, plenty of its ladies' quartz models and even mechanical pieces can be found on the pre-owned market for under $10,000. But behind that accessible image lies a watchmaker capable of mind-bending technical achievements. Known for flamboyant designs and bold numerals, the brand hit peak popularity in the early 2000s before fading from mainstream buzz. Yet during that quieter phase, Franck Muller was crafting some of the most complicated timepieces in the world. From 2010 to 2025, the brand held the title for the world's most complicated wristwatch with the Eternitas Mega. Built from 1,483 components, the watch features 36 complications, including a perpetual calendar, multiple time zones, and a tourbillon. The price? Over $1 million. It's a paradox, a brand with flashy looks and bargain quartz offerings that also hides technical marvels worthy of watchmaking history books. There's always more to Franck Muller than meets the dial. Number 12. Panerai. Officine Panerai may trace its roots back to 1860 in Florence, but its rise to global fame felt sudden, almost overnight. Originally founded as both a watch shop and a watchmaking school by Giovanni Panerai, the brand pivoted early into military service, crafting specialized dive watches for the Italian Royal Navy. Its first breakthrough came with the Radio Mille, named after the luminescent paint used to make dials glow underwater, originally developed for firearms. This model, among the earliest true dive watches, later evolved into the Luminor, which added a more advanced glow material and an iconic crown guard system for improved water resistance. Built by Rolex in those early years, Panerai watches remained off-limits to civilians until Richemont acquired the brand in 1997. That's when things changed. When big-screen legends like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger started wearing Panerai on and off screen, the rugged and military-inspired designs exploded in popularity. Today, models like the Luminor range from $5,000 to over $15,000, pairing retro grit with modern prestige. Number 11. Hublot. Founded in 1980, Hublot didn't wait around to play by traditional watchmaking rules. Right out of the gate, it turned heads by pairing a gold case with a rubber strap, an unheard of mix at the time. That rebellious spirit paved the way for what would become one of the most polarizing names in modern horology. The game changer arrived in 2005 with the Big Bang, a watch that didn't whisper for attention, it demanded it. With its bold case design, layered construction, and unapologetically oversized dimensions, the Big Bang became a favorite among athletes, musicians, and red carpet regulars. Prices start around $10,000 and climb past $50,000 for models featuring ceramic, carbon fiber, or diamond set cases. While Hublot often draws criticism from traditionalists, there's no denying its impact. The brand helped make luxury watches louder, sportier, and more experimental. In a market rooted in heritage and restraint, Hublot forced a conversation, and it's still talking in bold tones, one wrist at a time. Number 10. IWC. Back in 1868, an ambitious American named Florentine Ariosto Jones launched something unexpected in the quiet German-speaking part of Switzerland, far from the luxury watch heartland in the French-speaking West. That move gave birth to IWC Schaffhausen, a watchmaker that's been doing things a little differently ever since. Its legacy? Deeply rooted in aviation. IWC crafted the legendary B-Uhr for the Luftwaffe during World War II and went on to produce the iconic Mark 11 for the British Royal Air Force. When others were still playing it safe, IWC rolled out the first ceramic pilot's watch, Reference 3705, and later the rugged Top Gun series. But it didn't stop at pilots. The Portugueser brought elegance. The Aquatimer conquered the deep, and the Ocean 2000, made with titanium, set the standard for lightweight durability. Watches like the Big Pilot now sell for $9,000 to $15,000, depending on the model. For generations, IWC has been straddling precision engineering and military grit with unmistakable style. Number 9. Vacheron Constantin. Founded in 1755, Vacheron Constantin has been crafting timepieces longer than the United States has been a country. Jean-Marc Vacheron and François Constantin built a legacy on quiet precision and artistry that speaks louder than any headline. Though often overshadowed by its Holy Trinity siblings, Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, this brand has built a cult following of collectors who know true craftsmanship when they see it. Their guiding motto, "Do better if feasible," and that is always possible, isn't just for show, it's visible in every intricate piece. The Overseas Perpetual Calendar ultra-thin skeleton, priced around $130,000, blends mechanical genius with visual elegance. The Traditionnel Twin Beat, which adapts its power reserve depending on activity, and the Patrimony Minute Repeater, whispering time through its chimes, push boundaries without chasing trends. Vacheron doesn't need loud marketing. Its watches speak in details, innovation, and a kind of timeless restraint that only centuries of experience can deliver. Number 8. Richard Mille. Born in 2001, Richard Mille didn't follow traditional luxury watch rules, it rewrote them. With its signature tonneau-shaped cases and high-tech materials, the brand pulled inspiration from Formula One and aerospace engineering. These watches don't just tell time, they survive stress tests that would terrify most mechanical movements. The RM001, Richard Mille's debut piece, was a shock to the industry, developed in partnership with Audemars Piguet. Then came the RM2704, built for Rafael Nadal. It weighs under 1 ounce, yet survives brutal G-forces on the tennis court. There's also the RM56 Sapphire, a clear timepiece that looks like it was crafted from frozen light, sometimes paired with candy-inspired visuals from the Bon Bon collaboration. These aren't watches for everyday buyers. Prices start around $80,000 and quickly leap to over $2 million. For athletes, celebrities, and collectors with ultra-deep pockets, Richard Mille is less of a brand and more of a mechanical obsession wrapped in cutting-edge luxury. Number 7. Audemars Piguet. In 1875, two young visionaries, Jules-Louis Audemars and Edward-Auguste Piguet, joined forces in the Vallée de Joux and set the foundation for what would become Audemars Piguet. Initially, they crafted intricate movements for brands like Tiffany & Co. But by 1892, they had already made history by creating the world's first minute repeater wristwatch for Louis Brandt. Fast forward to 1972, and the game changed with the introduction of the Royal Oak. Designed by the legendary Gérald Giunta, it was bold, octagonal, and unapologetically stainless steel, costing more than gold watches at the time. That rebellious design now defines the brand. The modern Royal Oak line, especially the offshore models, can fetch anywhere between $25,000 to over $400,000. In 2019, Audemars Piguet expanded its voice with the sleek Code 11.59 dress watches and revived history with the Remaster 01 series. Across nearly 150 years, the brand has consistently fused tradition and innovation without blinking. Every second ticks with intention. Number 6. Tudor. The mastermind behind Rolex, Hans Wilsdorf, quietly planted the seed for Tudor back in 1926. By 1946, the brand officially launched with a bold mission: deliver the Rolex feel without the Rolex price tag. It worked. Tudor built a reputation for tough, functional tool watches, pairing Swiss movements with Rolex-made cases and bracelets. One early standout, the Oyster Prince, proved its mettle on a Royal Navy expedition to Greenland in 1952. The Tudor Submariner followed, seeing military action worldwide until the digital G-Shock era took over in the 90s. Then came a turning point. 2013. Tudor returned to North America with a bang, and models like the Black Bay and Pelagos instantly caught fire among collectors. These divers mixed vintage styling with modern specs and durability. The Black Bay 58, priced around $3,900, now leads the charge, blending classic proportions with everyday wearability. Tudor continues to sharpen its identity, tool-focused, value-packed, and effortlessly cool, with a fan base that grows by the day. Number 5. Patek Philippe. Since 1839, Patek Philippe has been quietly setting the pace in high horology. Founded by Antony Patek and François Chapek, the brand has pioneered innovations that shaped the entire watchmaking industry, introducing the first split-seconds chronograph and the first perpetual calendar wristwatch. Under the leadership of Thierry Stern, the company remains family-owned and fiercely committed to precision and prestige. The Calatrava Reference 96, released in 1932, became a symbol of understated elegance, while the Nautilus, launched in 1976 with its steel case and bold design, shook up the luxury world and still dominates collector wish lists. Patek's timepieces don't come cheap. The Grandmaster Chime 6300 A0110 sold for a staggering 31.99 millionaires. Even more recent pieces like the Calatrava Pilot Travel Time and the Grand Sonnerie prove the brand isn't just riding on legacy, it's still pushing boundaries. Prices typically range from $30,000 to well over $1 million. For those who wear one, it's more than timing. It's legacy ticking on the wrist. Number 4. Omega. Omega's story began in 1848 under the name La Générale Watch Co., thanks to a young Louis Brandt. By 1903, the name changed to Omega, and the brand started rewriting watchmaking history. Known for technical breakthroughs like the tourbillon, minute repeater, and coaxial escapement, Omega has earned its reputation one invention at a time. It became the official timekeeper of the Olympic Games in 1932 and has been James Bond's wrist companion since 1995. But its most iconic moment? Being the first watch worn on the moon in 1969, when NASA trusted Omega's Speedmaster for the Apollo 11 mission. That's more than marketing. It's documented history. Military forces from the Royal Flying Corps to the U.S. Army have relied on Omega's toughness. Today, models like the Silver Snoopy Award Speedmaster continue to capture collectors' interest, with prices ranging from $6,000 to over $50,000. Precision, heritage, and pop culture power, Omega blends them like no other, and it's still ticking strong. Number 3. Tissot. Since 1853, Tissot has been quietly innovating from the Jura Mountains of Switzerland, thanks to the father-son team of Charles Félicien and Charles-Émile Tissot. Long before tech giants jumped into the watch game, Tissot was already setting the pace. Their milestones include the first dual-time pocket watch, the Anti-Magnétique, the world's first anti-magnetic watch in 1930, and the futuristic T-Touch in 1999, a touchscreen multifunction watch that predated the smartwatch era by over a decade. Now under the Swatch Group, Tissot produces more than 4 million watches annually and ships to over 160 countries. Known for its exceptional value, the brand delivers quality without breaking the bank. Pieces like the Seastar 2000, priced around $1,000, offer serious dive watch specs, while the Heritage 1973 chronograph brings vintage motorsport vibes into modern wrists for about $2,000. With partnerships like the NBA and Tour de France, Tissot timekeeping is visible courtside, roadside, and on wrists around the world. This isn't flash, it's functional, accessible Swiss heritage. Number 2. Jaeger-LeCoultre. Founded in 1833 in Switzerland's Vallée de Joux, Jaeger-LeCoultre built its legacy in silence, crafting movements so refined that even rival brands use them. Nicknamed the watchmaker of watchmakers, the brand has quietly shaped horology for nearly 2 centuries. Its clean-lined, symmetrical designs reflect a timeless philosophy that avoids trends and focuses on mastery. One of its most iconic creations, the Reverso, was originally built for polo players in 1931. With a simple flick, the watch face flips to protect the crystal during matches, a design that's still unmatched in elegance and function. Prices for a new Reverso start around $6,000, but can climb well past $90,000 depending on complexity. Then there's the Polaris Memovox, a diver's watch equipped with a mechanical alarm that's as functional as it is rare, sparking several sought-after reissues. Whether it's the ultra-thin Master Series or the dual-winged Duomètre, Jaeger-LeCoultre pieces blend engineering precision with timeless restraint, making each watch feel quietly extraordinary. Number 1. Rolex. Founded in 1905 in London and moved to Switzerland in 1919, Rolex has become a benchmark in the watch world, one that rarely needs an introduction. Its lineup includes legends like the Submariner, Daytona, Milgauss, Yachtmaster, and Datejust, each defining its category with surgical precision. The Submariner, often starting around $9,000, set the gold standard for dive watches, while the Daytona, priced from $15,000 and up, has dominated the chronograph scene with racetrack roots and celebrity appeal. But Rolex isn't without controversy. The brand keeps its production secrets close and its waitlists long, fueling both desire and frustration. A simple tweak, like the 1mm bump in the Submariner's case size, can send shockwaves through its loyal fan base. Love it or question the hype, Rolex holds a grip few brands can match. Every release is a calculated move, every detail scrutinized. And that's precisely what keeps the world watching and waiting.